were there ever any?
Did he ever give us some money?
Okay, did he ever give you any money?
No, he didn't ever give us no money.
Not directly. Was there any efforts made to get paid by Puffy?
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me about that.
We went and met Zip a few months afterwards.
Zip being, and where was
same one who get Zip
right.
came down here.
Yeah, like we.
Where y'all meet at?
At the hot wing place on La Brea and 3rd Street.
Okay. Describe the conversation.
We like
Is it just you and Zip, or is there more?
It's just me and Zip.
Okay.
They had raided our house to all our guns.
Right.
Like, man, we really need that money now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
These dudes got millions of dollars to go against us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. He never did get back with us.
No, what did he say when that conversation took place? Did he say, I'm going to check with you, I'm going to check with Puffy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get back, I'll make sure he send y'all some money.
Zip said he was going to make sure who sent you some money.
Oh.
Oh, okay. And is there any talk about how much?
No, we didn't say how much. I had a lot of money back then also.
He didn't ask you that question. What you had?
That's okay. Did Zip ever indicate how much he was going to try to get from Puff?
No, he never indicated. We need some money.
Okay.
But the point is, wait, since you mentioned you had your money, you meant money. It's really Orlando's and money for what they did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now you think Zip got paid by Puff at some point?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
As I got out the feds, I would have met him maybe like 2 years.
What do you mean you got the feds?
He was in the feds visiting for a while.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
when did you go in?
Yeah.
98.
When did you come out?
2002.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you think during that time period, Zip got paid?
Yeah.
By Puffy?
Yeah.
Because when you got out, what did you notice?
Was that?
When you got out, what happened that made you feel that Zip got paid?
A big nightclub, a 3-story shit. All kinds of cars, everything.
Okay.
In that 4 years, he had all that shit, like.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever
try to get in contact with him?
Yes.
No, I never. He never called back.
You left messages, he never called you back.
Yeah. Called Puff too when I got out.
Puffy didn't call you back.
No. But I seen him after everything went down. I seen him.
You saw who?
I seen Puff at the House of Blues.
Okay.
He came to the car. And he acted scared of us.
I would be too. If I owed you money, I'd be afraid of you.
Well, yeah, he didn't want to pay too, so what did he say when he came to the car?
Yeah.
He was just he was telling us come meet him at the hotel room, the Beverly Hilton. So I said, we had some weed and stuff. But that motherfucker, he never took his eyes off of us though at all.
And y'all didn't go to the hotel?
No, we didn't go up there.
You're a real gangster, and
well,
he's a rapper.
Well, let me stop.
What I'm trying to say,
you really don't consider yourself to be a gangster, do you?
I'm a grandfather. I got 4 grandkids.
No,
My son trying to go to the NFL. He raw.
Okay.
You should have seen him Friday night.
Your family man, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So,
you have some gang history, but you're not a gangster, right?
No, okay, you're not a gangster today. I understand
Not like
that.
the Italians.
But what I'm trying to get across is, he's a rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got
these street dudes.
You're street dudes.
Yeah.
And I mean, you live the life.
Yeah, what they rap about.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I would definitely, if I owed you money, I would be afraid too.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a group of people that would jump at your bid, right?
Is that not necessary?
No, I'm not going.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, it's understandable to me.
Yeah.
And
it's people around you to do things necessarily, whether or not you tell them.
Try to impress.
Things happen, right?
sure,
Yeah.
To impress you.
that makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he? What I'm trying to build to here is, did he make any comments or say anything at that time trying to make things right with you?
Yeah, when he approached the car, you knew that he knew it was a problem. So did he say, like, you think that's why he said come to the hotel or
Did
what?
he indicate anything about Zip?
Yeah.
Did he say that there was a?
He just said nothing. He just backed. He just was in the window we were talking to me. Then he backed up, and there was girls all over him. He steadily watched that car. He wasn't paying attention to none of them girls. And I almost tripped over the car. I'm like, this motherfucker is scared.
Well, do you think if you went to the hotel, he's gonna pay y'all? Or...
Options trading demands speed. This comes from a system that helps you build strategies for any outcome, analyze where volatility could strike next, track live options data, and execute instantly. Moomoo Options Engine. Empower your trading.
Yeah,
But you believe Zip got paid?
that's the word on the street.
That's where maybe if you ever had a conversation with Zip about the blockage in the payment route.
I ain't seen Zip since then.
And you haven't talked to
Since
him.
since I seen him on the hot wings. I seen him this summer. I wanted to ask him, motherfucker, where my motherfucking money at? Well, they wouldn't let me.
But you didn't have a conversation with him. Is what you're saying.
You wasn't able. That's what he's asking. Clearly, you wasn't able to talk about your money related to that. The answer's no.
No.
Okay.
What is T Brown? I'm sorry.
Go on.
What is T Brown doing these days?
T Brown, go on. Sell a little weed.
Okay,
So,
that's about it.
yeah. And I got 2 little boys, 2 grandkids.
Okay. Is there?
You want me to have him call you?
No.
Did he ask you that?
No, I don't want to go that far, and I don't want to get you in that far.
Okay.
What I want to do right now is get my stuff together to see if I can approach him and talk to him. In your opinion, what would be the best way for me to do that? Him?
Man, he a motherfucker. He broke me down like a single shot.
All right. Detective?
Oh yeah, whatever.
No, do you have any?
However he can help you.
Oh no. No.
He know how to do it. He a bad motherfucker. Oh.
Do you have any questions right now specific to Tupac that could help me? Is there anything that
right now?
I have not asked you that I should have asked you?
Now, see, that's one of them kind of questions that is a hell of a question. But is there anything that you recall as looking at the details of what he said that maybe you need to correct, or perhaps,
Elaborate on?
or something that you think? Is there anything that you think is relevant that you need to do that with?
I know something I'm gonna ask. You guys were you down there to specifically go do something to Tupac or
Oh, no. Not at all.
You were here for the fight.
For the fight. We've been going to the fights.
But after Baby Lane was beat up, you went to the 662 club to possibly get a hold of Sugar. But once that was over, you were done.
We were done.
Once that liquor got bought,
Yeah. So we were smoking weed and everything in the park.
it's party time.
Yeah, it's party time.
Yeah.
And Lane was like, man, I'm fucked up. They beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, and then Suge and Tupac presented themselves to you, and the opportunity was too great.
For Baby Lane.
For Baby Lane.
Yeah, he couldn't pass on it. Everybody else, like you say, T. Brown hesitated. You didn't have a gun in your hand.
Yeah.
The other guy had a gun.
Man, let's...
Yeah, and Orlando just went crazy.
There's a question.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when Baby Lane started shooting?
Oh, fuck.
I get that, but I mean, any other?
It was surprising.
It was surprising.
Okay.
Then when we got home, that little BET News, every time we see that, like, God, and they wasn't saying, Baby Lane was saying, KPD nephew. KPD nephew. I'm like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
Understandable.
They didn't know his name. They was like, KPD nephew.
Yeah. Then they just kept dropping your name.
Yeah.
I saw quite a bit of it. When did you hear that Tupac was dead?
On the 7th.
No, he didn't die for
About a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the 14th.
Yeah, they had him on the machine, man. They had him on the machine.
What did you think at that point?
Oh, fuck.
The search warrants have already been hit, right?
Oh, y'all came after he died.
That's right. Okay.
After we died.
And
It was after the war broke out between our sets.
Why was Baby Lane shot and killed?
Oh, the lady shot and killed. The guy owed his for half a key and went out the back door.
It had nothing to do with Tupac.
Nothing.
You don't think, huh?
I tell you what his brother.
What sex?
We went to sell this dude a half a key.
He went to sell dude half a key.
Yeah, he went to sell this dude a half a key. And the dude went out the back door. You know,
With the half?
with half a key. He acted like he had a customer. I don't take it in here. And he went straight to the front door to the back door. And he happened to run into his ass at that car wash.
Okay.
And they just had a straight shootout.
Yeah,
He just shot better than Baby Lane.
they two of them died.
They both ended up dead.
Oh, two died and Baby Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
Okay.
Maybe a little while.
But it had nothing to do with Tupac.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody was looking for Baby Lane or anything like that. And I guess,
The police.
okay, so what I'm saying is, you wasn't giving me back. Can I ask my question?
Okay.
Just so we know. I guess there wasn't no backlash coming from Sugar them towards y'all because of that.
We were scared to death because Suge had the police killing for him. County police in the whole city, the mayor, everybody was with the death row. So we was really, you know what I'm saying?
Stuck.
Fucked off.
Yeah.
County police, they Reggie them come raid our houses, and they know they was Suge getting paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. We was at a big disadvantage.
yeah.
Big disadvantage. They come take our guns. You know what I'm saying? So we can't fight back. You know, county police.
So y'all was feeling naked, right?
Yeah, they did us bad, man.
How do you feel about Tupac being dead now?
I wish it never happened, man.
Right.
Swear my life been fucked up ever since. I ain't been able to really be rich no more.
Now, how do you feel about him being dead, though? I know your life probably changed, but how do you feel about him?
See, the point is what he's asking you is, you wish it wouldn't happen. It's a bad situation. It's unexpected. It's what he don't want you to tell him, right?
Yeah, I feel. I wish it would never. I wish I never met Puff Daddy. Period. I swear to God.
Yeah.
He messed up my life, man. I was rich, up under the radar, all that, man.
That's all gone.
So
How do you feel about Suge now?
Sure, I still be saying. He hugged me. What's up, big homie? Ooh.
Do you believe he knows you were involved? Do you believe? I'm asking for your opinion.
Listen, what he's really, first of all, you got to ask the question, were you involved? But does he believe that you were around the people when it was killed? You know, that you were aware of what was going on.
I seen him 3 days after I got out at the Laker game. Laker.
And he's never mentioned that to you, right?
No, he like, man, I'm glad don't stay strong. Ooh, then tell him, you know, my people was telling like a motherfucker, man. Then he asked me, do I need anything or anything like that?
Yeah.
I'm cool.
You told him no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm asking is, do you believe he knows or he thinks it's Southside Crips
Oh,
that
he
killed
knows.
Tupac? Not you, but does he?
Yeah, because he had a meeting too. Said he got $100,000 for our head. Me, Corey, and Keefe.
All the leaders.
Yeah, he wanted $100,000.
Okay. What about for the regular soldiers?
5,000 or something. Yeah.
Oh, he actually gave.
Yeah.
So he had 5,000 on your
Our
head.
homeboys got some cousins that live in this neighborhood that was at the
He had 5,000 on your head.
100.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, he had what?
100,000 for me, Corey, and Kev. 5,000 for the other gang members. We knew some. One of our homeboys got a cousin from over there, and he was at the meeting when he said that shit.
Okay. Do you have any questions to get up?
Nope.
You've asked the best questions in here. Is there anything you could ask to help in this investigation? I want to close the Tupac case.
I understand. You know. Is there anything I think of? Just to go back. But you never had a conversation with Suge about what happened. That's what I
Never.
wondered. Okay.
Not directly.
Like, really, I've seen him about 4 times since that shit happened.
You talk to anybody from the hood about it? Anybody? Before you rest in peace.
Your hood, any hood. What we like, what we're going for is collaboration. We're looking for somebody that you told the story to. It's the same story you just told us.
I never told nobody.
Never.
The first time.
Ever.
It was
First
said.
time ever.
Yeah. I'm his
When
lawyer.
I
He
see y'all
never
out
told
that
me.
office, I swear to God, I ain't tell my wife, nobody.
Not even me. And I've been knowing him for.
You never told your wife?
Then wife, son, nobody.
How it is.
I told him after I told
That's
him.
how he's lasted this long, is what it is.
He never told nobody.
Never told
I
nobody.
mean, you know.
Okay. I don't have any other questions. You? Nope. Is there anything else you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to
I mean, I just say
write down?
that really the reality of it is that, you know, it's been on his mind.
Sure.
I've been his lawyer for a long time. I may have suspected something, but he's never told me. And, you know, on the faith of trying to resolve it, like you want to resolve it,
Yeah.
that's why he's here.
Yeah. No, I suspected it for many years
You
ago.
know, he's here, and you know, the first time he said it, because he wanted to get it off his chest, you know.
Sure.
Already did what they wanted and everything the first day. Didn't I tell y'all? So know what y'all want.
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna give y'all what y'all want and leave the fuck alone.
The last couple of bills here is, have we threatened you or made you any promises in regard to this conversation we had? Have I made any threats to you?
No.
Have I promised you anything?
No.
No.
Answer the question.
That's correct. What do you think should happen now?
Should happen now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me ask, has anybody promised you anything regarding this case?
Yeah, yeah.
No. Has anybody promised you anything regarding
The
this
murder
case?
of Tupac. Has anybody promised you anything in regard to the murder of Tupac?
Keefe.
The first day they said anything.
Keefe. Listen to the
Regarding
question,
this case?
There's been no promises on this case that you can recall. Do you recall someone saying something about this case?
Okay. That's
Okay.
what I was asking.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was asking.
Regarding this Tupac murder, were you ever, to get it clarity, promised anything regarding Tupac?
He's from Las Vegas. He's from the Las
Exactly.
Vegas Police Department. Nobody has told you that the Las Vegas Police Department has promised you anything.
Or did any other agency promise you anything regarding the Tupac
Case.
case?
That's what I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
just
say.
say this. They said anything I talk about.
It's confidential and covered, right?
Yeah, and they said you cannot be charged on.
No. Regarding the Tupac. I'm talking to you now. Did we ever promise him anything regarding the Tupac?
No, we've never had that conversation about the Tupac case.
Nothing.
About promise that the Tupac case is different than some other issues. But your conversation with him is because you weren't involved in shooting Tupac. That's the reason you're here.
Yeah.
That's correct?
Right.
You weren't involved in shooting him in any way. You didn't, although things happened, it wasn't because you was out there trying to shoot Tupac.
I wasn't trying to shoot him.
You had some issues about Suge and some things was told to you, but it wasn't about shooting Tupac.
I wasn't about shooting.
All right.
In fact, what? And I mean, for clarification, I think who's the other guy in the back that had the gun? That before it went to Orlando, who had the gun?
Big Dre.
If anything, you thought he was going to shoot who?
Huh?
You thought he was going to shoot Suge, is that correct? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, there's issues, but I don't think that
I was watching 48 Hours,
Mm-hmm.
the San Antonio case. This dude, they killed his old man at the park. So they went, they picked you up, talked to him and shit. Said, you ain't going to jail? Ooh. But they let him go out there. You gonna walk out? You good? You going home? 3 hours later.
How long does it take you to get home?
For me to get
From
home?
here.
It's gonna take about 3 hours to get home.
Don't go home. Man, he know I'm bad. Don't go home, okay? You have to worry about that. But that's not the reason for this meeting. I mean, Keith, it's a real serious case, and obviously there's issues, and there's issues of accountability. But the point is, this is a unique set of facts. If you guys actually, which is true, wasn't shooting, Orlando had a problem with Tupac, and he grabbed a gun and shot Tupac, and y'all wasn't looking for him. It is what it is. That's my opinion. But if y'all was looking for Tupac, and that's what your intent was, then I think that there's a different issue. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Orlando was very upset, and I mean,
I get that.
but this is what
And it's believable because it's always been what we believed it to be.
But what amazed me is that's what I couldn't figure out. It's like, it seemed like the first thing you thought when I was looking at news is the guy just got beat up. He went and killed him, but I couldn't understand how it wasn't connected that fast.
Because he went to the hospital.
No, we connected it.
I mean, y'all knew it, but
what they raided our houses?
Yeah.
But what? It just wasn't any.
We were under the impression that there was different people in the car.
Oh, okay.
Some of the same, some of different. But I've always believed Orlando was the shooter.
Yeah.
The
problem in the car? Was I always in the car?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah.
Your name came up a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going on.
But I mean, I'm more kind of from the street, D is, suburban dude. But the reality of it is that I believe, in his situation, usually gang leaders, people that are top of his gangs, they usually have beef. Like his beef would have been with Suge.
Right.
Tupac would be, and I'm speaking for Keefe, but Keefe will tell you, it would be like something minor to him. He wouldn't even be in the same ballpark with him. So Keefe really wouldn't have a beef with Tupac. Because his thing would be like, Orlando or whatever y'all little problem is, you need to straighten out on the street. But if it was more him and Suge, that would be him, Suge, or somebody in a leadership role would be somebody he would really focus on.
Go ahead.
Because it would be kind of demeaning for him to focus on
Here. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Where's your restroom? I'm dying here.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. State who's your next witness.
Mike Dorsey.
Okay. Please rise, please. You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this action shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please be seated. Please state your name and spell your first and last name for the record.
Sure, I'm Michael Dorsey, and it's MichaelDorsey.
Thank you, sir. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Jacqueline, you may proceed.
Mr. Dorsey, how would you describe your profession?
Hi, I'm Anastasia, and I am the Family Association president, and my daughter is Annalisa Allen. I chose a son because a family friend, she's always bragging about a son. So when I came to open house, the welcome arms and everything, they just made me feel like a community, and I didn't even start yet. I love the sons, family and unity. To me, I know that's the most important thing, and that's what a son brings for me.
About the Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls murders.
It was late 2012. Greg Kading's murder rap book had been out for about a year. And at the time, I would always have some passion documentary project going on the side. And I just finished the most recent one, and I was looking for a new project. And I came across a couple of articles about Greg Kading's murder rap book. And they had some quotes from Keefe's 2008 proffer in them. And it just sounded legit to me. I don't cater to conspiracy theories, but it sounded very well backed up, and it sounded like the real deal. So I just reached out to Greg Kading and asked if he was interested in making a documentary, and he said yeah, and we went from there.
So you reached out to Kading and asked him if he wanted to do the documentary. He said yes.
Correct.
describe your process. Well, do you have to do research to do the to do a documentary like this?
Yes, it took me over 2 years to make the film, in large part because of all the extra research that I did. I needed to interview Greg Kading for it. He was kind of the main person walking us through the story. But I also wanted to make sure that what he was telling me was legitimate. And also needed to make sure that I covered the whole story, so I understand it. And it's not just him, deciding what we're going to cover. As part of that, he turned over to me digital copies of the entire LAPD case file for the Biggie Smalls and Tupac cases, and gave me unfettered access to those files so I could check basically on my own what he was telling me.
You also, well, maybe you didn't. Did you check into? Greg Kading's wasn't the first book ever written about this.
Sure.
Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. I also read Kathy Scott's The Killing of Tupac Shakur, which was the first kind of definitive book on the murders. And then lots of articles on it, of course, because there's been tons of coverage over the years.
And as you were kind of researching all of this, this information, what is your ultimate goal in creating a documentary?
Well, there's like the kind of philosophical aspect of it, which is my goal is to get at the truth. But also my goal is to tell the public a good story, something that I think is of the public interest that they should know. And in this case, it seemed like they had solved this murder, and yet the world was carrying on like it was still unsolved and like we still didn't know what happened. And it was like, it sounds like we do know what happened. And so that was my goal, was to put that out there.
Did you have any concerns about accusing anybody of murder?
Absolutely. I had concerns for my own safety, accusing a gang member from a violent street gang of committing a murder, and then also just my own financial concerns, since Puffy was going to be implicated in it as well. Taking on someone who was at the time heading towards becoming a billionaire, and who at that time did not have the public backlash that he's faced the last few years. He still had a pretty good, clean image at the time. So I was concerned about both.
And based upon that, do you eventually make a documentary?
I do, yes.
Does anybody sue you?
I was not sued, no. I was threatened a couple of times.
Who threatened you?
Universal Music sent me a note because we used Tupac's Hit 'Em Up, his diss track against Biggie and Puffy. In the film, we did it using what's called fair use law, which means you don't have to pay for it because it's a documentary. It was just like a cursory check-in from a lawyer at Universal Music, making sure we had permission, and our law firm had cleared it for us. So that was no problem. And then supposedly Puffy's attorney, Weitzman, I can't remember his last name, but he was a high-powered A-list attorney. He sent a note to Apple TV over it because that was one of our distribution companies, and basically saying that the film was defamatory towards his client Puffy Combs, and that they had like 5 business days to pull it down. And Apple, they're indemnified, so they don't care. It's up to us. It's up to me as the producer if I want to pull it down or not, because I'm the one that's going to get sued, not them. And we said no, we're leaving it up, and that was the last we ever heard of it.
So you never wound up getting sued by Puffy?
You were never sued by Puffy, no.
Now I want to sort of fast forward past 2012. Does there come a point in time when you see something that causes you to want to get involved with Mario Diaz?
Yes. I can't remember the exact date, but it was probably early 2017 would be my guess. Earlier in 2017. I was actually in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a film screening of one of my films, and I was out at dinner, and I think someone sent me a link to this YouTube video, and it was Keefe in a studio. It's a short video. It's just him saying he's going public. He wants the world to know he was there for Tupac's murder. He says he has cancer. He wants the truth to come out. And I couldn't believe it. I was at a restaurant. I went outside and started calling people. And I talked to, I think, Greg Kading and some others, and we just thought, Keefe has to know he can't go public with this information because it can be used against him. But it sounded like he was going to go and talk, publicly about this murder and repeat possibly what he had said in his proffer in 2008. So we went from there. And then that's when I decided, I wanted to get involved with it.
And ultimately, are you retained as a subject matter expert for the production done that's now known as Death Row Chronicles by E1 Entertainment?
Yes, I was a consultant, technical consultant, and I was an on-camera expert as well. So they interviewed me.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit and come back to that. Subsequent to your involvement in Death Row Chronicles, have you continued to sort of follow these murders, investigations, the case, everything else?
Absolutely. 2017, when he recorded the interview for Death Row Chronicles in July of 2017, we were actually in production on Unsolved at Universal, which was a scripted series based on the murder rap story. So that was happening concurrently, and then he kept going public. He kind of laid low, I think, for a year and a half or so, and then this book that he had talked about during his BET interview, all of a sudden he's promoting it and saying it's about to come out, and then we find out he's going on Vlad TV and doing another interview. So he just kept, from then on, for years then, he just kept doing more and more interviews. So I stayed engaged with it, and I also was conducting my own interviews, following up with new people. James McDonald, Mob James, who I believe testified, I conducted his first ever public interview back in 2017. We convinced him to go public and tell his story. Since then, I talked to multiple gang members, gang detectives from Compton, detectives out of the LAPD, anybody who might have information on either Biggie's case or Tupac's.
In particular, back in 2012, when you kind of reviewed the information that was available, was there any information from Trayvon Lane or Roger Williams within kind of the case file as of statements that they made about what happened that night?
In the case files, were there statements from them?
Yeah.
Not really, no, because Trayvon, they don't cooperate with the police. There was an FI card from Buntry, Alton McDonald, who's James McDonald's brother, that they had talked to him at the scene and he refused to cooperate, but they noticed that there was a bullet hole in his car. And then subsequently, I've interviewed Williams, Neckbone. I interviewed him a few months ago, and I've had private conversations with Trayvon Lane.
In particular, Buntry is deceased, and
Yes.
was deceased even
Yes.
before you became involved in the project at any project.
Correct. He was murdered like 20 some years ago.
During the course of the interview with Mr. Roger Williams, aka Neckbone, do you provide some video that was taken of Mr. Shakur and Suge as they're leaving the Tyson?
Yes. Yes, I showed him the MGM video of Orlando Anderson getting beat down. Neckbone was one of the men who participated in that beating. And then I showed them the footage of them then fleeing the casino with Tupac in the lead with his bodyguard, Frank Alexander, and Suge. And there's a moment where Neckbone kind of reaches out and kind of punches Trayvon, kind of like we got him, kind of a thing. And he confirmed for me in my interview that that's what it was. That's what he was doing. And he also told Trayvon.
Let me. I was like.
It is. Well, that's the saying, and you'll rephrase.
Yeah.
So strip it.
As you see both Neckbone and Trayvon Lane running through on the video, you can see Neckbone kind of either dap or punch Trayvon.
Exactly.
And at that point, Trayvon Lane removes the black hat he's wearing.
His fedora that he had on, yes.
I was actually talking about somebody else's video. Was there some high quality video of Tupac and Suge leaving the...
Yes, when they first leave the arena, there's some footage. I think it was actually shot by BET. A BET photographer was there and shot, and it's footage of them coming out of the arena, and Tupac is in his gold shirt, and he's all hyped up because he just watched his friend Mike Tyson knock somebody out, and he's playing to the camera, and he says something about, if you go to jail, you come out and you win, or something like that, because Tyson had also gone to prison. and Tupac had as well. So you could tell he was just super amped up.
And then last night we watched that portion of that video out of your neck bone interview.
Right.
And then that one, neck bone is the person speaking while that video is playing.
Yes.
Judge, I have marked in my hand the clip of just that Tupac and Suge at the MGM coming out of the fight. Has the audio removed.
Okay.
It's just the video portion of that I'd offer at this time.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, you may play it. Or sorry, it's admitted. You may publish.
Thank you.
Did you give him
154?
154?
I took my exhibits, they disappeared.
Both Suge and Mr. Shakur are both readily identifiable from this video, correct?
Right, yes.
And this is the shirt that, the clothing that both of them are wearing as they come out of the arena.
Yes, and there's photos of them beforehand in the casino in the same outfits.
May I approach, Judge?
You may.
Showing you has been marked as state's proposed exhibit number 149. Have you ever seen the photograph of these men sitting on the curb sometime after the homicide occurred?
Yes, I've seen this.
And do you recognize the people that are in those photos?
I recognize them more because I've been told who they are, although Trayvon Lane is very easily recognizable because I know that that's the outfit that he was wearing that night.
Okay.
Mr. Cole, can you take down the listing of what's on that?
Oh, sorry.
You may proceed.
Thank you. So that's Trayvon Lane.
Mhm.
We've previously heard testimony that's Idi Amin and Leonard Jefferson.
Correct.
Have you ever spoke to Kevin Woods?
I've never talked to Kevin Woods.
And do you even know who Castro is?
Yes, another member of the Outlaws.
Okay.
Yes.
Were Kevin Woods, Castro, and Idi Amin all members of the Outlaws?
No, Kevin Woods, I believe, was one of the Pyrus, also known as KW.
So just Castro and Idi Amin are.
As far as, yes.
Okay. You got a little bit ahead of me, but during your research into this case, you had access to the Biggie Smalls file. Alton McDonald is actually known as Buntree, correct?
Yes.
And you mentioned this. There was a record of the fact that he was field interviewed by the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department in the night of the homicide on Flamingo.
Yes.
And at that time, he was driving a black '96 Toyota Supra,
Yes.
and it had a bullet hole.
Yes.
Did it say where the bullet hole was?
No, it just said vehicle took bullet impact.
And that he was uncooperative.
And that he didn't want to cooperate, of course, yes.
Now, you've also interviewed Reggie Williams, is that correct? Or Reggie Wright Jr.
Reggie Wright Jr., yes. I interviewed him for a Murder Rap, over a decade ago when we were making that movie.
I'll leave that alone. I just want to get a few other pictures into evidence with you. So during the course of the 2008 proffer, there's a mention of greenbacks.
Yes.
And sometimes it sounds like greenbacks.
Yes.
Were you able to eventually identify that location?
Yes, it's very obvious. It's a New York deli. It's been there since the 20s. It's very famous. It's on Sunset. It matched the description. And also the way Keefe described the upstairs and downstairs and where the liquor area was, it was clear that he was talking about Greenblatt's.
Showing you is marked the state's proposed exhibit number 152. You recognize that?
Yes, this is the front of Greenblatt's on Sunset Boulevard.
There's some blue writing on there. You recognize that as well?
Yes, those are subtitles that I added.
That's a screenshot off of your interview, I think, with Neckbone, correct?
Yes.
Were you aware of a person by the name of Eric Zip Martin, also known as Equan Williams, maybe Eric Von Zip Martin? He went by a bunch of names.
Yes.
Who was he?
Zip is a long story. He's kind of a Harlem legend, a hustler from Harlem. He was a drug dealer, trafficker. He, I believe, also was a trafficking women. Was a pimp. He was an older generation, or kind of in between Puffy's generation and Puffy's father. Puffy's father was also involved in the street business there in New York and was murdered when Puffy was very young. And Zip Martin was kind of like he was a mentor to Puffy when it came to like the street life and wanting to kind of have that gangster persona. And supposedly he may have also been dating Puffy's mother at some point.
Was he the godfather to anybody associated with this particular case?
Yeah, he was supposedly godfather to Biggie's son, Chris, CJ.
And is that the son with Faith Evans?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
When Biggie died, was there a memorial that gave certain credit to Zip?
Yes, actually on his second album that came out a few weeks after he died, Life After Death, in the back there's a thank you, a list of all the people to thank, and in there's Uncle Zip, and then in parentheses it says the spiritual advisor.
5-Star notebooks are durably crafted to stand up to the demands of the school year, helping students stay organized and prepared for every challenge ahead. We make it school-worthy. You make it noteworthy. 5-Star, built strong to last long, lasts all year, guaranteed.
New Year's Eve party in 94 or 95.
Move to admit 151.
Any objection? You may. Pursuant to the conversation of the bench, no objection, it'll be admitted. You may publish if you want, or whatever you want to do with it.
I think we got to do both. I'm not sure I did 152 yet, so 152. That's one of the shots that you had of Greenblatt's.
Yes.
And then 151. That's Mr. Martin.
Yes, on the right.
And who's the guy on the left?
The left is Sean Puffy Combs.
Now, Mr. Diaz testified about sort of the production of the Death Row Chronicles. And initially, were you contacted by Cliff Mogg as well?
I reached out first to Las Vegas Homicide, and then Cliff Mogg reached out to me after that.
He had contact with you, and just so since this is one we put up in our opening, showing you state's proposed exhibit number 61, you recognize that guy?
That is Zip Martin.
Move to admit 61.
No objection, Mayor.
So submitted.
And do you essentially conduct an interview with Detective Bond?
Yes, he came out to Los Angeles and interviewed me in my home with his sergeant.
Was there a request for all of the underlying supporting raw data / footage associated with the two interviews you were involved in 2017?
For Death Row Chronicles?
Yes.
Yes. It wasn't so much a request, but I told him, I figured you could just subpoena the raw footage and get it. I didn't know yet that, there's laws and that it's kind of up to the entertainment companies if they want to turn over footage or not. They can't be compelled to. So that's what I thought would happen. I thought I'll let him know about this, and then it's his to do with what he wants.
Sometime after the indictment of this case, did you learn that we were unable to acquire the raw footage of that?
Yes, and I was even included on some of the email threads at my request because I was also reaching out to Paramount. Paramount Pictures attorney got involved. Paramount owns BET. And I think someone at E1 got involved, and they were initially saying no. And since I work in the business, I was trying to work it out with them how they could get that footage over. And then ultimately they did give permission for it to be shared.
Did you have footage, or I shouldn't say footage,
right.
Did you have your own raw data at that point that was also authorized to be disclosed?
I did.
Explain to us how the setup was.
Sure. So my reason for being hired onto Death Row Chronicles was a technical consultant, but mainly it was tied to Keefe's interview. I helped Mario Diaz write the questions, and then on both days of the interviews, they had me in an office there at E1's studios, or their office building. I'm down the hall from where the production studio was, where Keefe was being interviewed. And they gave me a headset so I could listen live to the interview as Mario was conducting it. And then I was texting follow-up questions to Mario while he was in the studio as things came up.
Were you recording your audio feed?
Yes, I took the headphones off and I made my own recording with my phone.
At some point, do you learn that the only thing we could acquire from E1 Entertainment was an actual transcript of the tapes themselves, but not the tapes?
Correct. Yes.
And then did you provide us the audio that you had done during these two interviews?
Yes. Once you subpoenaed me, I sent over my audio.
And are you aware of either gaps in your audio or additional audio that wouldn't have been in the transcripts?
Yes, there's sections where I was rolling, and I'm sure they were rolling also, but they're only going to transcribe. The reason of making a transcript for a production is the pertinent parts of the interview that they're actually going to edit into the show. So it's so that when the producers go to figure out how they're going to edit the show together, they have a transcript and they can tell the editors, use this segment here, use this segment here, use this part. There's a lot of chit chat stuff that I had that they might have also had that was not transcribed because it was just chatter. It's never going to be used in the show. There are also some sections where I probably was rolling when they might have already cut. And lastly, there's a few moments where in the first interview, one of my audio recordings, the file was corrupted. So I lost about the last 4 minutes of it. And then during some of the interviews, I didn't always know when they would be done with the break, when they had come back and were already rolling again. So there's a few times when I missed maybe the first few minutes of a new segment.
Let's start with the transcripts. State's proposed exhibit number 113 and 114. First of all, you recognize the front page as being the original transcripts that were generated off the tapes.
Yes.
And then did you become aware that we took your audio, transcribed the additional audio, and then anything that was not on your audio, we highlighted in yellow to identify you didn't have it, but it shows in the transcript?
Correct, yes.
And so these should be as complete a record as we have between your audio and those videotapes for the two interviews that occurred in July of 2017.
Yes, correct.
Judge, I move to admit both 113 and 114.
Any objection?
Madam Mayor, Coach.
Yep. All right, pursuant to our discussion at the bench, the transcripts will be admitted over objection. And that will be as 114 and 15? 114 and 115?
113 and 114.
113 and 114. Thank you.
Mr. Dorsey, I want to give an example to the jury about what we're talking about.
Sure.
Here, and let me put my glasses on. We are in 113. So if we go to 113, and we roll down to about page 28. Oop, there it is. It's page 28. Time cutoff is about 30 minutes and 16 seconds in. The yellow part is the part that's not on your audio tape. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that was transcribed from the original videos that we don't have.
Right.
And everything else that's unhighlighted, we should hear on the audio.
You should hear, yes.
Okay. And that would be the same for both of these.
Yes.
In addition, I've had marked both the July 17th, 2017 as 121 and the July 18th of 2017 as 122. I'd offer those as well.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
So admitted.
And we only got about 40 minutes, Judge, so I would start 121.
Okay.
It was when I first started. Compton was when I was I moved here when I was like 3, and it was literally white, all white. His first black family on the street.
Where'd you move from?
We moved from Watts.
Oh, right. But you still grew up in LA.
I don't think he's lying yet.
And how did it change during the 60s, 70s, and 80s?
In the 60s, it was mostly all white. But 69, 70, 71, they started moving out. More black families was coming in.
And when did it get dangerous? When did it start getting dangerous?
When did it start to get dangerous?
Yeah.
Oh, about 72, 73.
What happened?
The gangs started coming in. Like the first Crips were the Grandies and the Blue Hills right there on Alondra right there. Grandy Crips.
So you were part of that history, the initial sort of, gang.
Yeah, I was there when it first, when it first started.
That noise, and I'm stopping this at 1 minute and 45 seconds, it looks like.
Yes.
Was that your phone making
That is my
noise?
phone making that noise, yes. And there's going to be a few times here where you're going to hear me loudly texting, and you're not going to be able to hear the audio very well because I was probably texting a message to Mario in that moment. So sometimes it cuts out in this first interview.
My teacher
Okay.
Every revolution comes with a little suspicion. Machines will take our jobs. Then people said, that machines will make horses obsolete. And then came, oh yeah, computers will take over the world. And now it's AI will replace humans. Maybe. But we believe nothing can replace humans because we understand that oftentimes all you really want is an answer from a real person who knows what they're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Papaya Global. You'll never work alone.
That Southside started. I happened to be at the school when it started. All my big homies, brothers, and they was there. I was shooting dice. My dad rolled by, and he seen me. Pop, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm shooting dice. He said, shooting dice? I'm like, yeah. Said, get your ass in this car. Come on with me. So I really got a whipping for trying to be a salsa. So that was like, I was about 9 years old when it first started. That early? Yeah. How'd you work your way up? How'd I work my way up? Yeah. Oh, shit. I don't feel comfortable. No. You don't have to go into detail. You can just say, look.
You won't talk too much about his gang affiliation, what he did to get his way up.
Okay, So answer the question again.
Yeah, how'd you work your way up to that organization?
But to be the boss.
Yeah.
Well, money, really. You know what I'm saying? Money gave me the power and stuff like that. The dope game, really. The dope game.
Yeah.
The coach, one of the coaches at Compton College, I was 17 years old. Got to start with that.
So you were respecting.
Yeah.
Respect the guys.
Yeah. Because I was in high school. I was in this program called Upward Bound at UCLA.
Huh. Upward Bound program.
Shit, I was kind of a smart student and stuff like that. And on the weekend,
like an advanced
I
program.
come home, and all my homies, they was kind of rolling. You know what I'm saying? I was up there eating them noodles and tools. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of should have stayed there going to UCLA, but I stopped, got in the gang, started selling drugs.
Could have gone to college, gotten the gangs instead.
Stop that for now. Yeah, so can we find out? Yeah. Well, just continue. Yeah, can you keep an eye on that? I'm not paying attention yet. That looks good.
Oh.
We talked about it, man.
I was like 9 years old, 10 years old, 10, playing park water football.
Huh. That's interesting.
I was a running back on the team, and he was the center. Like the ball. His dad and his uncle was our coach. So after we win games, we would go over their houses, go swimming, have hot dogs, chips, and everything. And I was like the star running back, running out and all the touchdowns.
Yep.
Number 20.
Yeah. And Suge was what?
Huh?
What was Suge?
Suge was the center.
He was the center.
Yeah, hiked the ball.
Right. What was you guys tight? Or just knew each other sort of like, because you were...
Back then?
Yeah, back then.
The coaches was real strict. You know, they didn't care. You know, you bring your parents up there, kind of, rough house them, they gonna whoop your parents' ass. You know, coaches was real strict, so his daddy used to, I was doing a lot of exercises, running a lot of laps, push-ups, 6 inches, beat the stomachs and shit. We used to be mad at that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? His dad is punishing our ass. So, shit. At practice, I used to try to take it out on his motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Hit his ass even harder, you know what I'm saying? He was a little younger than us, maybe a year or two. But I used to punish his ass every chance I could get because your daddy fucking over us. 6 inches, all that exercises, hard work and shit, bull rings. So really, Coach's son used to catch it back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He ended up going to
UNLV,
right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
We had lost contact back during that area. When he went to UNLV, we lost contact.
You didn't continue playing?
Got in the drug game. Yeah. My mom, they got sick when I was 15, 16 years old. She suffered with cancer. So I really lost my backbone. When she lost, that really broke my heart. So I really needed her. I really kind of needed my mom's back then. At that point in time in my life, she could push me to be a better person. He's a good man. Very good man.
So when did you connect with Suge again? Like Death Row days?
I can't tell you all this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's okay.
Because these dudes are still in the street on me.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So forget about that. Now, talk to me about Death Row. When he started Death Row, were you connected?
Yeah. I was rolling, yeah.
Business?
Yeah. I was big time, man. Real big time. I was bigger than him and Paul.
I've heard that before at the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're like when they started hanging out with Puffy in like 93, 94, they're
That's
like,
what I want to think of. My
you
wife,
go to a concert with him, would Puff pay for your room? Be like, I didn't even
Wow.
fucking pay for my room. We had more money than they did. They were just a little startup company, music label.
Right.
Like we were rolling. Like, what are you talking about? I don't need to pay my hotel room. The other way around, if anything.
Yeah. It's a hell of a life, man. You know, being the king like that, the boss, all different areas, you know, different states. It's home, man. I was having fun, man.
You see a lot of money come to your hands.
Yeah, really. Like 3-4 million every month. All
they made 3.
How did Suge
What are you saying?
earn his reputation as a tech guy? That's what everyone thinks about. You know differently. You know,
well, you guys think to yourself, yo.
But I'm saying,
You know,
who's the real
he went to college. He just like the rappers. You know, they want to be gangsters, but they're not.
Great line.
You know what I'm saying? College guy or rapper.
Great line.
They're not no gangsters. They rap about what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Talking
Real
about
gangsters do. You know what I'm saying? That's just like Tupac, Biggie. You guys ain't no gangsters, you know. They just rap that. They don't represent that. Suge had the industry scared. He didn't have the street scared. I knew him since he was a kid.
Great
you know what I'm
lines.
saying? I knew he wasn't like that. You guys thought he was like that. I never thought he
Suge had the industry scared. He never had the street
was a
scared.
college kid.
Yeah.
That's a great line.
A college kid, you know a gangster. You waited to get $1 million to be associated with blood? Come on, man. You went in the streets, dude. Knock it off.
Yeah. I want to get the real story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is what this film is about.
Just like the guy knocked him out at the barbershop, the barber. Come on, man. Yeah. I've been through that. Yeah. Since we played football together, you know, you find out a person's heart, especially in a football game. Football, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So tell me more about him. Do you think he was just a, the home sugar bear? Was he really softy at heart?
No, his dad's name is Suge. And he just took on his dad's name. He just called him Big Suge when we was playing football.
That's his dad's name.
His name
Yeah, his dad's name is Suge.
But I mean, what was his personality? Was he?
His name was
like,
Sugar Bear.
You
That's
say
what
he
his
was
mom
a
called
gangster.
him.
Was he like
And then it got shortened to Suge.
softy at heart? Like was he like a soft guy?
Oh, he's a good kid. Went to college. That's what good kids do. Go to college. Yeah.
Did he have business smarts?
Evidently he did. You know, he took a record company from the ground up and made it $100 million. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been trying to be no gangster. Because you're not no gangster. He should have just stuck with the business. You know what I'm saying? Like Puff did. Stuck with the business, you know? Yeah, the business side. Jay-Z stuck with the business. But you want to run around here hitting on people. You know what I'm saying? Think you a gangster. Then you got some crooked cops running around with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So that was his problem. He was trying to be a gangster, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
That got him into trouble.
Really, you can't be out there faking. You know what I'm saying? You really can't be out there faking at all. You know, because you will get exposed. You know, the streets will eat you up. Yeah, especially if you're weak.
So real quick, to talk about Death Row again. So, when did you first hear about Death Row? Like when they were doing really well, were you excited? Were you around that whole scene? You know, Dre and Snoop, all that stuff, or were you not so close to that?
I was handling my business, man. I wasn't worried about no, you know what I'm saying? Them dudes rapping about
Can that
what
dude
I
out
do.
there give me a Coke?
You know what I'm
That
saying?
dude that's getting our lunch
They not
orders.
really
Is there a way
doing
to
like that.
like page
They
that
rap
guy?
about
Or...
what gangsters do.
I have no idea.
I'm not no
that dude's
gang.
name? You don't know who that guy is?
Gang,
It's
maybe.
like a few.
Okay. If I see him walk by.
It's a difference.
You, when we were talking in my office, you told me that you delivered the money for the, for the startup money for sure.
That can get me hurt on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Did you listen to their music?
Yeah, it was cool. I liked it. All Eyes on Me, The Chronic, Dr. Dre. Them was from my side of town. Him and Easy and Ren, they from my side of town.
Did you, you're a fan of Tupac?
Ran pretty well from
Yeah, that was cool.
NWA.
I liked it.
There's stories that your brother Kevin was typing easy.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
They was two youngsters trying to make it in the street, doing their thing, making money and stuff. Yeah. And I went to the pen. I went to the pen in 1985. And because I used to be in his house, he used to be making all that racket. Yeah. I'm like, man, that sounds like some fucking bullshit. And that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Shit, but he stuck with it. And I was walking around the track in Tracy all the time. I'm listening to the cruising down the street in my 6'4". It was him. I didn't even know. One of my partners came up and was like, I'm like, man, what the dude, Eric, right doing? He like, man, you heard that record? Easy, that's Eric. I'm like, man, you bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Because they only had 2 TV stations back then in the prison.
Awesome.
So, you know, but we was listening to the shit on the radio the whole time. And I didn't know that was easy. I was like, damn, that nigga. When I got out, he blew up like a motherfucker. Yeah.
Kevin wasn't into music?
Huh?
Kevin wasn't into music?
Kevin went to prison.
Yeah. Oh, he was there with you?
No, he went to prison after me. He went to prison when Easy had blew up kind of when this shit that came off. Yeah.
How many times did you go in?
How many times I went in?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I did a shooting. And I had a drug case. I went to Tracy, Corcoran, and then I went to the feds. I went about 4 times. This last little bit, they raided my house, came in. Said, the guy didn't know who the fuck I was at first. He like, raided my house for my daughter's boyfriend. So, damn, he like, what you got in here? So I got a pistol and some money. Okay, don't worry, I'm glad you declared it. So the motherfucker got I had on my drawers, my slingshot t-shirt, while he had me in handcuffs. So he went in the room and got my pants, and he found out who the fuck I was. Called me back in there, he like, man, I know who you are. I'm like, he said, man, you KVD. You the leader of this gang. I'm like, man, I ain't been out there in about 5 years. He's like, oh, fuck that. I'm taking you to jail. I said, man, you ain't a man of your word. You said you're going to, declare my shit. No. I just take you in, so I just did a little bit in Wasco for that, for a little contest.
How long ago was that?
That was in 2015.
Okay. Stuff with pool and the whole coffee deal that I made before.
Is that yeah?
All right, let's just move on. Yeah, let's switch it. So this is what I was talking about. You guys to stop and change your color. You good? You need water?
I'm good. Yeah.
More mint?
I set out on a journey to create a product that would help people update their homes. As a single mother on a limited budget, I wanted to find a simple solution that could help homeowners and other women like myself update their homes and not just be stuck because they couldn't afford to tear everything out and start over. We made that happen with the All-in-One Paint. Well, I hope you try a free sample, and you can get yours by going to allinOnePaint.com. This 8-ounce sample will paint your front door, your vanity, and you can try the paint on us and see what you think. I think you'll love it, but let us know.
Bob. Yeah. It's pain in the ass.
Yes, it is.
I told you, I've got two people close to me with that.
I'm a lost pastor now.
You mind?
That's what scared the shit out of me.
Oh, so you have a hereditary thing.
Man.
Right. Well, I mean, I got my check. It's supposed to be at 50. I got my check at 40.
Yeah. I've been going every year now.
You do it every year?
Yeah,
I do it every 5. Yeah. All right, let's continue. You guys support? Hey, so there's a bunch of Southsiders in 90s music videos. You guys are a bunch of music videos.
Great.
Do you remember which ones you were in? Like,
is that Mellow?
Yeah.
All of Easy. One of my brothers is a famous actor in every Easy video. He come get it every time he used to get a video. Pick on my older brother every time. Every single time in every single Easy video.
So was that fun? Was that something you guys did all the time?
Keefe, I didn't want to get exposed like that because of the type of business.
But your nephews in.
I was in one the Mellow video, just that Mellow. That's the only one I ever got in. But other than that, I don't want to be exposed like that. Try to stay undercover under the thing.
Is it true that you guys provided lowriders for some of the video directors?
Yeah.
How's that work?
We had only the hydraulic place in Compton called Compton Hydraulics. So people used to call up there and ask for lowrider cars. Like, what's the dude named Batman? Little dude, Big Stone's boy, what's his name? Batman? Batman. The little dude, what's his name? Marcus Houston. He used my car before. He was in a little group. What was that little group called? Well, there was 3 little boys in before E2K. Marcus Houston was in. Yeah, they had a little group. They used my cars. But they used to call up to the shop, different actors and different people used to call up to the shop, did our lowriders.
And then there's that famous Usher.
Yeah, that's my 64, yeah. He was a little kid, about 14 years old. Usher. Usher was a little kid, about 14 years old. And they needed to use him and Broken needed to use my car. Let him use it and shit. He was dancing all on the hood and shit. Like, damn, I can't believe when I seen the video. What you doing? You don't do lowriders like that. Guess the East Coast don't know. They didn't know about that type of shit. Yeah. I saw some footage of you. That was my baby. Like my wife was
Okay, doing that video?
I think so. You know what I'm saying? My lowrider. Look it up.
So they fucked it up.
I had to go get the whole car repainted. The candy paint. Candy brown. So they had to $4,000 paint job. They paint the whole car because it came mix and match. It was sponsors. Yeah. Usher was telling his mom, "Man, you gonna buy this car? Can't buy my girl." You know what I'm saying? Not today.
So what happened? How did you, how did we get to this point? Like, what you opened up to the police about what happened today? I want you to be comfortable talking about it. Like, at some point they cut up with why did you tell them what happened?
I was up against it. Definitely.
Are you comfortable talking about what they had on you?
Is that?
Are you comfortable talking about what they had on you?
Or is it drugs?
Yeah. As far as proof.
They was, the FBI don't come with us, they have you. They don't come with us, they have you. They sent a guy from D.C. to get me. Form a task force. But I figured I was targeted behind all shit friends, they police and shit. So they was like kind of, we was fighting on real war. So the mayor, he was even with shit. We was sitting at a restaurant, sitting at IHOP, Tampa Boulevard, and Alameda here. Supposed to come in here, acting like you are, like you're a street motherfucker. Tripping mayor, you better do your mayor, you know what I'm saying? Coming in there mad on, he knew who the fuck we were, you know what I'm saying? He just want to show his boys, Out of the Compton police is to show his boys. The Wrights, Reggie, Junior and Senior. Yeah.
So, before that happened, before any of that happened, the Tupac murder was in '96. Did you ever feel like it was going to catch up with you?
Is that?
Did you ever feel like it was going to catch up with you? Like people would come and talk to you about it?
Man, they had just, the FBI was on it from day one. It was on it from day one.
Tell me about the first time they talked to you about it. Was it '97?
Was that?
Tell me about the first time they talked to you about it.
Shit. They didn't talk to me till I went to the feds. 98. They never can catch up. Every time they raided my houses, I would never.
And at that time, you didn't tell them anything. You told them
barking up the wrong tree. So, I was just, but they got all the bottom feeders. You know what they do? They get all the bottom feeders. All of them motherfuckers just sold me out. They kind of hurted me, So all I did was help them dudes out, had they back, no matter what, Make sure the money was pockets was right, families were right. They sold me out. You know how the feds do. Get all the bottom feeders. Lead them up to the big men. Like you go down the snowball down the hill. Everything you caught on, Shit.
Just said Mario.
Yeah, they're a motherfucker.
Just said Mario on the first note.
You talked to the cops in '98. You said they're barking up the wrong tree. You thought you were done.
No. When I was in the feds, they came up there every month, making my life miserable hell.
And then, but at least you got, 12 years until they caught up with you, 2010 or whatever.
I was a little smart, I guess. But the dude said he was gonna get me. I promise you. That motherfucker was so cold. His eyes was piercing. This fair dude named Holiday. That dude made my life a miserable hell. Living hell on, but ever since that night, seemed like dude stuck his head up my ass on me. You know what I'm saying? He's a special agent in charge of the major crime unit. Ever since that night, that dude's been making my life miserable. You know, I did 5.5. You know, he came up there at least 10 times. Told the warden, yo, who you got up here? He's a serial killer. Like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Killing rappers.
What was your relationship with Puffy like? How did it like evolve? Like you guys were cool and then you hung out a lot together.
Not when he used to come to California, we used to meet up and have fun. I was a baller. In fact, I was doing better than him back then. You know? Shit. Fun, man.
Did he ever talk about Suge? Did he ever talk about getting scared?
You fucked up. What's that?
I said, did he ever talk about Suge? Did he ever talk about being scared and like, you know, all the bullshit, go back and forth, the East Coast, West Coast shit?
You talked about that later on in our relationship.
That's right.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you know, when did we get to that spot, that place? When you guys were talking about that.
I remember my boy Zip was rolling up, we was going to the club one night, rolling up Green Lake in the neighborhood. His phone on. He was like, I guess they must have fucking played it. Something, I don't know. He's like, man, let me speak to Keefe. Got on the phone. What's up, dog? Like, man, I'm giving a concert out there. You want to tour on the West Coast. Yes, we was take school to come out there. I said, why it wouldn't be cool? He's like, the big CEO guy. CEO guy? He's like, yeah, the big guy. I knew what he was talking about. Like, cold and shit. So I guess I was scared of the guy. So we went to the Irvine Meadows. It was some jam. Oh, concert. We had the hottest song out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Shit, that song was One More Chance. Pulled in on the stage. Suge was right there. So I came off the stage. He asked me, how you doing here? Same way I know you. I told him that. So then, after that, we went to the San Diego concert. Matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys stayed in the same hotel we stayed in.
Good, he's down all the same
cool,
details.
He
did 10 years ago.
Amazing. All the balls were all around that mother for the Dallas Cowboys.
Football team every
ready for Troy Aikman. Saying, I don't know if we're going to get you in trouble or not, boy. The balls were all around the yeah. Then we went to the Anaheim. That was on the Halloween night.
Perfect. Halloween.
Halloween night was cool there too.
And he just give you passes for everyone. Like everyone would go concerts.
I just go to the tickets with the little homies. I was riding in the van. I was on the stage with him every time.
You get to hang out with Biggie, obviously. Right?
Yeah, Biggie was cool. Cool dude and everything like that.
So when did Puffy start talking about, you know, Suge on a real serious level?
He was back there. We already established that.
Yeah.
Now, what'd you say?
I said, when did he start talking about Suge, like on a real serious level? Puffy.
Oh, being scared of Suge?
Well, doing something more than
that. I ain't really comfortable talking about that right now. When you see me in that suit, you got me. All right?
Okay.
I've been told that out.
So let's take a break. You can go smoke. Can you be back here in 10 minutes? I want to get more before the 2 o'clock.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to give me to my wife. She did take me back. You know, I might have not been here.
What do you mean? You want me to?
I said I might have not been here.
Oh, of course, yeah. But she's not down. She's not down there with you, right? She's in the hotel.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like.
Well, I got to take care of her.
Yeah, of course.
I'll give that
After lunch, we'll do a little more, and then you're done. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna smoke.
Is that cool?
That's probably a really good breaking point.
Where are we at time-wise, just so we can put that on record?
35 minutes, 17.7 seconds.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're going to recess for the day. We're going to have you guys back at 9:30 a.m. on Monday. During this recess, you are admonished not to talk or converse amongst yourselves or with anyone else on any subject connected to the trial, or read, watch, or listen to any report or commentary on the trial of any person connected with this case by any medium of information, including without limitation, newspaper, television, the internet, and radio, or form or express any opinion on any subject connected with the trial until the case is submitted to you. Please rise for the jury, everyone. For the record, the jury has exited. Mr. Dorsey, you're coming back at 9:30 on Monday. Over the weekend, do not talk to anybody about the case. Do not discuss your testimony
He's
with
still
anyone.
on direct, so myself and Mr. Paul should be allowed to talk. I mean, he's free to talk to Mr. Stamp as well, but he's not on cross. So I think it's appropriate that we still talk.
What's the standard definition?
Well, I get that that's the standard, but it's usually between direct and cross, but the witness is not allowed to be or after the cross has started.
I disagree. You can talk to him about scheduling.
Okay.
All right.
We call.
Perfect. Which one? Were 149 and 152 admitted?
149, or both. The 149 is not in.
149 was not in. 152 is?
What is 152?
I don't think 152 is either.
Sorry, I just don't know.
Mr. Garcia, our excuse.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
And no, that is 152.
Okay.
New York Presbyterian. We deliver the most babies in New York City and Westchester. With over 60 locations across Brooklyn and doctors from Weill Cornell Medicine, we bring expert healthcare closer to home.
Roden Rat Jr., you government witness, you stinking fat, dirty pig. We know your days are numbered, brother. So get your depends in order, brother, because they coming for you. And I told y'all, Keefe D not gonna go to jail for Reggie. Eventually, he's going to tell. And what happened?
We made a huge conversation around Tupac's assassination. I think it's a good way to call it assassination at this point. In that conversation, and in recent times, Keefe D was going around saying that he was there. He was putting himself there. He has since been locked up. In the latest update, they did an interview with him, and he's tearfully pleading like, I wasn't there. I wasn't even there. I don't know if he's just saying he was just bullshitting.
Right.
And a part of that story, you have Vlad coming out saying that he solved the Tupac murder.
Well, we know that's a lie now.
So let's get into it.
Huh?
Let's get into it. I was gonna mention Reggie Wright has been identified by Keefe D. I want to put that out there. And you recently had that was part of your theory with us, that he had something to do with it. So
I told y'all, so all y'all watching that did not see the interview on Hype Plus, right? If y'all did not see everything that I broke down on the Tupac Shakur case, go back and watch it. We're going to kind of reiterate it a little bit here, but go back and watch it because I told y'all. And now what I told y'all back then is where we are today.
So Choke, starting with Keefe D retracting